Guys, thank you for pointing out that the mic was not working. Well, now it was too loud. So I fixed it. Yeah, so now you can see it. It's fixed. Because the microphone I was using last week with the laptop is now not connected because I'm just going through the phone, and that's the reason for it. So, but let's not waste any time here and let's jump directly into the charts because I have again not much time here. The DXY was breaking down as expected over the last 48 hours here. Today we see a small move here back to the upside, but nothing too crazy. I expect here into next week. Oh, sorry, I have here a cat with me from my friend's house. So I expect here next week that we break above 108.5 points here and then continue this downwards trajectory into the inauguration from Donald Trump next week. Now, when we're looking at the Bitcoin weekly chart, so we see here a major breakout above that downward sloping trend line that I pointed out, and also retesting right now the downward sloping dashed line. Sorry, I need to get the cat hairs from my nose away. They're tickling me. So I I expect that we are getting a small wick here, just a small wick. Actually, we put in a small wick here already when I zoom in. So this is fine. So most likely the weekly candle will stay more or less like that. We will stay, in my opinion, above the $100,000 level to close this candle. And then we're going to start next week off because let me think about this. Wednesday is the inauguration, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Wednesday? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, actually on Monday. So then, okay, so then by Monday I expect a small pullback into the inauguration because you know the drill, guys. When we pump into in a major event, it doesn't matter what it is. Once the event is happening, it is a sell the news event. So I expect that we get here a massive scam move to the upside first into the inauguration, and when he is then finally inaugurated and into the office, you're gonna get the scam wick then to the other side, to the downside, and then the following days you get consolidation with continuation to the upside. So that is what I anticipate for Bitcoin for the upcoming week. And of course we're gonna put in here a buy signal at the stochastic RSI, and as you can see and promise to you guys that the RSI is also pointing back to the upside, reclaiming right now the moving average. Still a frog in my throat. On a 12-hourly chart, the downward sloping trend line that I mentioned 2 days ago is now broken. That might be a major retest point before we get then that push here above $102,700, which is the biggest resistance for Bitcoin right now. So once we get over this level, there is basically nothing stopping Bitcoin to push it into a new all-time high. So, but we need to get above that level, and I think this will actually take the whole course of the next week to try to break it before we then get into the last week, then proper movements here into a higher levels and a new all-time high. The EMA ribbon was also flipped back to the upside on a 12-hourly chart, so that is also back into an uptrend right now. That's tremendously bullish for Bitcoin in the midterm. And also here the stochastic RSI is about to get another buy signal, which means that we are most likely having another roughly 17 hours of upwards pressure on the higher time frames for Bitcoin, also with the RSI entering then slight overbought conditions, which is another signal why I believe that we will come down here a little bit before we get then that breakthrough, which is absolutely fine, and we should not be worried about that. The other reason for this is here, and you can't make this up, guys, you know, so you know how long I have these Fibonacci levels here. Look where we went this morning, exactly to the dollar, to that level, $102,181. Got stopped from there, rejected, open new 4-hourly candle. Now we are trying to find support in that resistance cluster here, in these sell order blocks that are coming in from 100 $102,450 approximately to 102,761, which is again the top of the resistance and that major lower high that we had here, that we need to break now to create a higher high, higher than this one, to get the continuation that we are looking for. On the MDX algo gradients, here we are still not super hot with the red candles, but I think over the next 16 to 20 hours we are going to run hot. And once we did run hot here in these candles, and that could mean that we get a move here to like $103,000, $103,000, $104,000, that we get from there that move back to the downside. So will I be opening more positions right now when we are running here into these levels up here? No, absolutely not. And I let the trades run that I have, and when it turns around down back to the current price or a little bit lower, that is where I'm going to add to my positions or open new Bitcoin positions. That deviation up here is not interesting for me that we are getting here. So that is a trap, guys. You know, so that's why the thumbnail says it's a trap, because that will be the trap, guys. So if you get caught up here with high leverage in that area, then you're gonna get liquidated really fast on your trade, and that is of course what we don't want. So, and while we're talking, so here on the reactor indicator, also something that we need to point out and pay attention again to. Remember, I will show it here on the reactor indicator. Look here. Look at this here. What happened after we got these two plots here to the price? What happened? So now we have again these two plots, but we pushed higher. So, and that is already a sign that the whole continuation that we are seeing right now is potentially a move to trap liquidity up here before we are then reversing back to the downside. So the only thing that's basically missing here is a dot plot in the candles or another take profit signal before we getting that rollover, that short-lived rollover, now I must mention here, and then you'll get the continuation while the candles are coming down and the temperature is cooling down from this indicator. So somebody was asking, what is this indicator? Go in the description of my video. There you see MDX algo. That is one of the indicators of MDX algo that I'm using. That is the scalp gradient and the reactor indicator of the MDX algo indicator suite. So, and you also get a discount if you use the link in the description if you want it. It's not expensive. I just paid for it again, even though it belongs to a friend of mine that is actually also right now in Thailand that are going to meet here in a couple of days. So now when we look here at my trades right now, look at this, guys. My trades are absolutely exploding. My Bitcoin trade is up $144,000 almost. The Solana trade now $84,000. What did I tell you guys? I told you the Solana trade is a trade that I'm not going to lose. It will turn a profit, and that is exactly what happened here. So here with Bitcoin, do I expect that we come back down here to my limit orders? No. So I'm gonna free up that capital right now. So I have here another $36,000 that I can now invest into something else. So I'm gonna have a look with you guys actually together here in a moment in what altcoins I might allocate some of these funds that I have just freed up, because my Bitcoin trade is big enough with and especially having already $144,000 profit in this trade. So I don't need to add more to this trade to make it even bigger. That's absolutely fine. The same with the Cardano trade. Both trades here are over $1 million position size, so I'm absolutely comfortable with that, you know, so I don't want to overexpose myself here. Again, if you want to trade with me together and get these highly profitable trades that I put out here completely in public and transparent, go in the description. There is a link where you can sign up to ZoomX. It's a non-KYC exchange. I love to trade there, and you still get $45,000 worth of deposit bonuses if you use the link in the description, guys. So now at the liquidation levels, also this is part of the MDX algo suite, by the way. The high leverage liquidity is now sitting below us. So now we only need to talk about this briefly. So do I really think then we will come back down here and take out the over leveraged liquidity that's sitting here, which is anyway not a lot. There is a couple 100x positions here at roughly $91,800. I think actually I can remove that block here because we are so far away from it. I don't see Bitcoin coming down 10% to take out these positions down here and go then straight back up. So it would also do something to the overall structure of Bitcoin to get a move like that right now. I'm not seeing it happening. Could we come back down here to the 50 moving average with a scam wick and come then back up just to take the liquidity that's sitting here below us all the way down to like $94,600? That might be possible during Trump's inauguration. So that might be something that I don't want to rule out for now, unless we would, before the inauguration, break above $105,000 and get a couple 4-hourly candles closed here, because at the same time you're gonna get then the 50 already putting in here that golden cross with the 200 moving average, and then the worst case scenario would be that here at some point before the inauguration or just after the inauguration, so the 50 moving average will most likely look something like this here. So the 50 would be sitting at $100,000 roughly on Monday, if we are getting $105,000 before. So at that point, when that move comes to the downside with that the news event, we might not even touch the 50 moving average. We might get close to it and stop like at $101,000, just below $101,000, something like that. And then the price turns around and continues to go higher. So in that scenario, we will not even go to the 50 moving average all the way down here anymore, and will be way, way higher somewhere here. And that would also mean that the liquidity sitting below here can be ignored, because we will not come back down to take it anymore. And most likely the same thing with the liquidity sitting at $99,000. But only if we get a move above $105,000. I don't want again see people here, oh, you said we don't come back to $99,000, so, and then we went to $97,000. Yeah, but we need to move to $105,000, so that this is not happening. Otherwise, I will not rule this out. So, when we're looking at the liquidation heat map, let's see what we are seeing here. There is some concentrated liquidity at $96,000 here, and also at $97,000 approximately. So there might be, how no sound? It's impossible. There is sound. Yeah, I don't know what this guy is talking about. Ah, okay, I know what happened. He just joined the stream and watched from the beginning. That's why no sound. So, so there, like I said, there might be a possibility that we come down here to like $97,000 to take out these liquidation levels, and then you see it to the upside. $103,300, $400 is right now the most anticipated target for market makers, because it's the closest to the current price action. So it makes sense that we would come up here, find there actually resistance, get from there, then move back to the downside where we can load up one more time before everything gets sent to the upside. Then of course on Bybit, guys, I had a trade here that was roughly $20,000 yesterday in profit. I got wicked out, as you can see here. There, sell, so I got wicked out here in that move to the downside with my stop loss overnight while I was sleeping. But I was smart, when I woke up, you see that it's just a couple of candles here on the 50 minutes chart, so it was like within a span of, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, within 1.5 hours, 2 hours, I realized that I was out, and I was like, okay, I just opened a new trade, so, and this trade is again $8,400 right now here in profit. It was earlier also already over $12,000 in profit, but it's fine, So, and also my Coty trade is coming down, so also here the losses are melting slowly away. Remember, this was at some point at $62,000 in unrealized loss. Now it's here at $38,000, $39,000. This will be in a couple of days. Mark my words, guys, in a couple of days, this will be at break even. A couple of days. That's all what it takes. A couple of days, and this will be at break even. So now you can see already on the 50 minutes chart that Bitcoin is shaping up for the next move to the upside. So you can either argue, okay, so we have here that small pennant that is shaping up, that is most likely breaking out, or you say we have a W pattern here. That would be also accurate on the 50 minutes chart. But I like more to take here the pennant formation. So if we are breaking out of this right now, so that is your next trade actually to the upside, but it will be a scalp trade, remember? So here, $103,600, that is in alignment with the high leverage liquidity concentration that we saw just on the liquidation heat map. So you definitely want to take profit here and not get trapped and think that this is going higher. Even if it goes $1,000 higher, don't risk it, guys. It's not worth the risk, you know. So if you get into this trade, you would make anyway 2%. So if you go in here with like 20x leverage, you make 40%, you know. So do you really want to risk here another $1,000 for squeezing another 10% out of this trade? I would not do that, guys, you know. So that's the next trade setup, short-term trade setup that you can take here. It's a scalp trade. So just watch here for that breakout above. You need $101,760 approximately. So that is the level that we need to touch, that I would be comfortable opening here a scalp trade right now on Bitcoin to trade this here into this target. And I think I need to adjust here my take profit point also accordingly to that. So instead of what? Okay, I make $7,000 less on this trade, but it's fine, you know. So I rather get out there than round trip, you know. So when I can potentially add lower, enter lower again at a later stage. Now the Bitcoin dominance is today coming here slightly down again. Over the course of today, I definitely expect that we touch here again the 57% level. I'm not expecting it to break. It might break on Sunday because of the inauguration, you know. So then on Monday you get a retest where the dominance is turning around, and then you get the proper downwards move here. A major leg to the downside next week. Something like this is what I expect potentially happening next week here. So, and as you can see, it held true for what I said here with the overall trajectory that we are putting in with these higher lows consecutively on the way down. So the next one might be here somewhere, and then the next one over here, and then all hell will break loose in altcoins. The total free market cap also here, you see we broke here above that resistance block at $1.06 trillion. We're currently at 1.08. Also here we are putting in currently a W pattern, as you can see here clearly. So let me just remove this here quick. So now the technical target, as we have already broken above that W pattern, so the technical target would be $1.2 trillion. So this is a target that we might reach just before the inauguration or during the inauguration. But again, guys, so that will be a new all-time high, and I expect from there another downwards move, depending on where this candle is closing today, to this downward sloping trajectory. So wherever we are closing today's, over the next couple of days, the daily candles, this downward sloping trend line might shift a little bit, the angle, but this will be the point that we are retesting if we reach $1.2 trillion before or during the inauguration, and getting then that scam move to the downside from where we bounce back then into a new all-time high on the total free market cap. But until then, of course, we can be all drunk and print money like crazy if you know what you're looking out for. So for example, Ethereum looks like that we are getting ready here for another move to the upside. That might be actually the coin that I want to trade here. So I'm gonna transfer this here to spot now. So that I can actually trade inverse. Transfer derivatives to spot. So let's take all of it. So now I need to go to spot. So buy Ethereum, market buy, we buy everything. So 10 Ethereum. So now we transfer this again. Derivatives, all, there we go. So now I can close out of this. So now I need here, yeah, go away. Derivatives, inverse. So inverse, and then I need Ethereum, because Ethereum looks to me that it wants to go. Wait, I'm again on the wrong Ethereum. Inverse. There we go. So I'm just gonna use a little bit, not everything, because come on, can I not move this? 8% down. Let's see, 8% down. What is this from here? Okay, this is actually highly unlikely to be happening, so I can't do that. So limit order? No, market. Okay, so here my new Ethereum trade. So this is a $250,000 Ethereum trade roughly that I have open here right now. So I'm gonna trade this. Let's see what happens if I entered exit 3,000. Actually, I'm gonna trade this into $4,000. Yeah, that looks nice. So let's trade this into $4,000. Bitcoin is going here in the meantime a little bit higher. So yeah, so you see here, I'm having here a bigger play, my eye on currently, for the simple reason that I believe that Ethereum will have that hated rally that I spoke about not a long time ago. You know, remember guys, where I said, wait for Ethereum. You know, Ethereum is not doing anything, it's just going down here. And it will do something like CRV or Ripple, where it at some point will just go straight to the upside in one single candle. So and this is most likely going to happen next week. And something else that I want to point out here, guys, I see that not a lot of people here on the stream, so smash up the like button. I don't know how many likes are here on the stream, but it is not enough if we are only 170 people that I see here with my other phone currently in the chat, you know. So maybe if I would look on YouTube itself, I would see a little bit more, but you see 173 people are now here. So see, if you smash the like button, more people are coming. So smash it and destroy it, you know. So I want to see here before I go at least 300 people on the live stream. So let's go to Solana real quick. Solana is above $212 currently. If we can manage to hold above that level, let's see on a 4-hourly chart. I'm a little bit on the fence here with Solana. It could be that we're getting one move here to the upside to $248, but I'm like 50-50 on that currently. So why I'm 50-50 on that? Because we have here a big resistance cluster just above us, and we are putting in here a downward sloping trend line, a small one, as you can see, and then also higher lows, which creates again that pennant here. On the lower time frames, this is 100% here. Yeah, so that is a pennant, you know, so you can see it right now really, really good here. So if that pennant breaks out, we get a move here to like $230 approximately. On the shorter time frames, the 1-hourly chart would suggest that we actually get it, but the higher time frames are telling me something different, that this might be only short-lived, you know, so it might just wick up there into all these big sell clusters, and because here is so much sell pressure, we are coming straight back down to like 220, 218, something like this. Start from here consolidating again, and then we get next week the proper move to the upside. So what would be the level that I would be looking out for on Solana to buy on that move to the downside that I expect by Sunday, Monday? Somewhere here in that area. So that is actually not below 200 here. So just let me remove here quick the background. Let's make this a different color, stronger, and actually green here. So this is the area after we move to the upside today and tomorrow and potentially Sunday, where I would look at to add more to my position. Because what's happening from here most likely is we go up a little bit, and then next week, like I said, inauguration, and then we do something like this here. No, actually from here, and then we start doing this. So I leave it here. I'm gonna leave that trajectory here to see if we are actually following more or less that potential fractal here in that sense, and that is just from experience. You know, I've seen stuff like that so many times that this is for me right now the most likely outcome for Solana, and not only Solana, also for many other coins out there. So because I had not a lot of time to prepare a lot of charts today, I want that you guys give me charts, coins in the chat right now. But again, one per person, and don't start spamming, guys. Don't start spamming your coin. You know, I see that. And if you spam it, I will not take that coin. One coin per person. If I see one coin popping up twice because two different people called for it, then I'm gonna have a look at this chart. You know, so so go and post a coin. And at the meantime, guys, don't forget, I said that between today and Sunday, I'm gonna pull the first people that get a Bybit account funded by me with $500. I'm gonna do potentially 5 to 10 people. I'm gonna start tomorrow. So if you don't have a Bybit account right now, go to Bybit, sign up. I see your account number then, because Bybit is going to give it to me. Nothing else is what I see from you, you know, but I see the account number. And with that account number, you stand a chance to get your account funded with $500 by tomorrow. You know, tomorrow is the first day where I'm gonna pull somebody. I had no time to prepare the Excel sheet today, so I'm gonna do it later today. And then tomorrow, before I stream, I'm gonna have a last look just before the stream at everybody that signed up and at the people that signed up between today and tomorrow. And then I'm gonna pull the first person. So make sure that you have a Bybit account, but only if you sign up between last Friday and this Sunday, you know, so that's the time frame where it counts. And something else what I want to mention, guys, I actually forgot to put the link up for this. I do it after the stream. After the stream, guys, don't forget there's a 50% discount again for a couple of days on my course program. So if you want to learn from me and my team directly how to trade in these markets, as you can see, we are making here insane money, you know, so alone here on that Bitcoin trade, $145,000. Then go to my link tree. In 2 days ago's video, there is actually, in that stream, there is the link, you know, so otherwise wait after the stream and I'm gonna add it to the description again. So 50% discount on all my programs, but only with the link tree link, nowhere else. So now let me have a look here while you were posting coins in the chat. So here is already quite a lot. And guys, again, the like button, smash the like button. Only 170 people here, not good. So let me see here. Crazy. So let's see here, near, okay. That was the same guy again. I told you guys, don't post it twice, you know, so I gonna see it. So many coins disqualified already. So I'm gonna do link. So let me get here link. Let's have a look at the link. So where's my link chart here? Ah, there we go. There's link. Oh, this is crazy, guys. So we actually broke above that resistance cluster here of $23.46 approximately. But I think we will come back into it. We're gonna come back to it with the next 12-hourly candle or the following 12-hourly candle, where we're gonna retest the bottom of that again at $22.60. Then we turn around, then we go to $31. So here that falling wedge pattern is now definitely confirmed, and also the breakout is confirmed, and that makes also the technical target a certainty, also most likely into next week. And that is a solid move, guys. You know, so if you start setting now your limit orders here into this block from $22.60 to $23.48, or actually even a little lower than that, I would go all the way down to like $22. If you set your limit orders in this block here right now, and you get filled, and let's say you really get filled here, all your orders, and you distribute them equally. So that means your average entry is somewhere here. There is up here a 37% move to the upside, guys. 37% move. Now imagine you do this. Can you do that from here to there? Yeah, on 5x leverage. So on 5x leverage, there's almost 200%. That you are going to make here in a matter of a couple of days, guys. So if you have a little bit more money than other people and you put $100,000 in this, you make $200,000. So in a matter of a couple of days, there are people that are working 5 years for that kind of money. And you make it in a week, which is crazy. So I also sometimes need to slap myself, and understand that what I'm doing is not normal. What I'm earning is not normal. It's not normal. It's for me normal, but and for my friends in crypto too. But for a lot of people, it's not normal. So sometimes you need that slap. So to remind yourself and ground yourself that for the majority of people out there, this is not normal what I'm doing. So let me have a look here at another coin. Actually, Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin pulled a crazy move earlier. I'm 32 minutes here right now, so I'm gonna stay here for another maybe 6 minutes. So we will manage like 3-4 coins until I go. Where's no Litecoin? Should be up here somewhere, or did I delete it? I might have deleted it because it did for a long time nothing. So and if I have a coin doing a really a long term absolutely nothing, I tend to delete it from my list because it's just not moving and then I'm not interested. Here. So okay, I have here old levels. Wow, yeah. So that within 4 days, 40%. So an average 10% per day. So this might be overall, guys. Overall, Litecoin. Don't underestimate Litecoin. So I want to show you something here. So we need to go to a chart without leverage, and we do this on Kraken because Litecoin was one of the first altcoins listed on Kraken. This might go back at least to its former all-time high of $400. So if you want to trade Litecoin and look here at the weekly chart, just a buy signal that was printed. Also stochastic going to the upside, MACD starts to fly here, so this might be taking off, so and we are at a critical resistance level here, actually a multi-year resistance level. So if that level gets broken, I think Litecoin will start flying to $216 all the way up here, 216, and from there, if it breaks 216, it will fly into new all-time high to $400. So even I personally might buy here some Litecoin. I did not touch Litecoin. I don't know for how long. I think I bought a Litecoin the last time 5 years ago. Yeah, so I still have some Litecoin. So I held it basically through all that reaccumulation here. Accumulation, so this huge accumulation here since 2 years, so 1.5 years right now, accumulation phase. So this starts to look like that is going to go into expansion here really soon. So if you go here for targets, so there was the lower low, so the next all-time high here, guys, I swear I did not look at this before, so when I draw the expansion phase, I did not even look at the price, so and I hit exactly the extended golden ratio here at $600 to $640 approximately. So this is where I believe Litecoin might be going in this bull run, so it might be going all the way up there because there's also an ETF in the room that might get approved for Litecoin, so and these speculations could fuel a move here into $640. And then it will go back into a bear market, maybe for another 2 years, so before it starts moving again, or even longer, maybe like the last time, so another 3-4 years, you know, that we need to wait for another all-time high in Litecoin. So, but that's what I see for Litecoin. So let me have a look here at Sonic. Did we get a new chart layout now for some? Yeah, crazy. We got again. Same with like render. So we came here from $1.20. You know what I like about charts like this? Because that's how I found PancakeSwap that made me so much money in the last run. The chart was looking similar to this, you know, so when I found it. The only difference was the percentage difference from that launch price to where it was where I found it. You know, it was way lower. It was like 10 times lower than the prior all-time high. So here you don't have that. You have here 2x roughly to the upside, but it might run way higher afterwards. You know, so here what we need first for Sonic is a move above roughly 77 cents, and then it will start expanding, because you can see here right now, after it launched, this is right now again accumulation phase, you know, where people start accumulating it. They're waiting, seeing what's going on with Sonic, you know, so if it actually can do something right now, you know, after all that hype that was there. And if it breaks above this, people will get more excited again, and once it breaks above 84 cents, that will be the magical level. From there, it will start running like crazy to the upside, mark my words. So right now, it's a good moment to start accumulating or to start building a small position. So by small position, I mean you use small position size, you can scale it later, you know. So when we break above 84 cents, that's where you start scaling it. And also a little bit when we get above 77 cents. But like majorly scaling it is above 84 cents. So until then, you start building it a little bit. So just here on the Fibonacci extension levels, so yeah, $1.53 is nothing. I think this will go really quickly all the way up here. 3.618, 4.618, $2.64, $3.20, really quickly. So roughly a 5x more, almost a 5x here in the next 2 months. So I think before we are getting or just after the first major Bitcoin top around April, May, Sonic will be close to $5, most likely. Somewhere between $3.50 and $5. That's what I expect. So that is definitely a good trade here. And I will also start building a position on this here. I still have all my Phantom that got swapped for Sonic automatically, but otherwise I will start building a leverage position on Sonic. That's what I wanted to say. So let me have a look here. Some other coins. Okay. To $2.60? No, Sui is not going back to $2.60. That's crazy. So virtuals. So what is here with Notcoin? Oh, okay, too many times. Told you, you post one time, guys, not multiple times. Okay, so let me have a look at Sui, and then I actually have to run. So yeah, Sui. So why should Sui go back to like $2.60? You know, so this is insane. You know, it's not coming back down there. Not even $3.60. You know, it's not even going below $4 in the short term. So once Sui breaks this downward sloping trend line, it will go back to the golden ratio, and from there it will start sending to the upside, past $6 really quickly. Because also here we are forming a massive W pattern. It is a distorted one. I want to point this out because we have here the higher low, here a lower low. So it is distorted. And also that leg here, that area here is distorted. You know, so normally we should have had here the proper leg to the upside, because now that we don't have that, we moved on a little bit longer than we should have for the W pattern, and that makes it even double distorted, you know, but it doesn't mean that it cannot break out, you know. So once you see here $5.06 broken, the W pattern will play out. And that target for this W pattern is at $5.72. So that's the short-term target for Sui right now, once we are breaking the downward sloping trend line. So currently I expect a little bit more consolidation for SUI here around $4.80, $4.70. Also remember, when we are having this big move that I think is going to happen, that is going to scam a lot of people, it will go over the golden ratio, and then it will come back to that trend line most likely. Maybe even go below that with a wick, comes back up, and then goes higher. So then, and that means if you're looking for building a position, you can technically open a position now and trade this above the golden ratio. But once we're breaking above the golden ratio here, above $5.20, I would first of all take profit there, and I would set my stop loss for the remainder of the position at break even or slightly in profit, because you don't want to round trip for the next couple of days, you know, the potential profits that you make just to come back from where you open the position and then it actually starts going, you know. So that is a waste of time and an opportunity cost, you know. So, and that means opportunity cost is when you have money in play that you could have used somewhere else more efficient, you know. So, and you don't want basically waste your time here and round trip this without taking any profits, and you only take screenshots, you know. So that we're not in the game anymore taking screenshots and not taking profits, you know. So I take, every time when I post a screenshot, I actually took some profits on my trade. You should do the same thing, you know. So, and that's why, you know. So when we come up here, take some money off the table, set your stop loss here if you want to take that trade here right now, and then if we actually come back down here, fine, you know. So you get stopped out, you can just reopen at the current price again with the profits and the original money that you had, and then trade this into way higher targets. Or we are not coming back down here, also good, and you have the remainder of the position and you will just continue to go higher while you took a little bit profit that you can then reinvest at the next pullback somewhere here. You know, when we see consolidation like this here again, that's where you're gonna reinvest it at that breakout of that pennant or whatever it will be, you know. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. Don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow roughly around the same time with more profits. Bye bye.